Hi, this is Francis and Sue on 52. I'm Francis.
And I'm Sue.
We have 6 children. We have 13 grandchildren. We've been married for 52 years.
Okay, so today we have kind of a heavy topic. A question was submitted that, if you had to summarize it, is sometimes I get so angry I can't see straight and I just want to punch her. Now what?
Wow. I heard that question and it brought up an awful memory in our marriage. We'd been married a couple of months and we had a brand new apartment, and I decided to surprise her one day when she was sleeping and get up a little early and clean out the refrigerator. So I was busily working on the refrigerator, cleaning it out. I had stuff on the tables and chairs and all that on the floor, and she comes walking into the kitchen.
What are you doing?
I'm cleaning the refrigerator.
I could do that. It's not your job.
Well, I know, I'm just trying to be nice to you.
Well,
So
Well,
what happened?
Then what happened? Well, it escalated into quite a shouting match.
Because she thought that,
She thought that I was putting her down for being a poor housekeeper, when I was really trying to give her a surprise and do something that I knew that she had to do, or she wanted to do. And so here I am. I'm the poor innocent guy, and I'm stuck in the middle of a torrent
balls.
because she's upset over what I thought was a really cool thing to try and do.
so what happened then?
Well, what happened then is, like I say, it got into a real shouting match, and I think we may have pushed each other a little bit. But I had a tough upbringing. I used to fight a lot, and she started pushing the wrong buttons. And all of a sudden, my fight instinct came out, and I was just about ready to punch her.
Wow.
And I said, I didn't say it. I didn't say it, but instantaneously the thought went through my brain. You can or you can't. Your choice.
So you recognized in the heat of the moment that you had a choice?
I recognized in the heat of the moment that I had a choice. And I had a choice to either make this a violent marriage or to make it a loving marriage, an understanding and forgiving marriage. And fortunately, I chose to back off my fists. I never hit her. Not our entire career of marriage. I never hit her. And so the thing is that, I came in with a pure motive. She totally misunderstood my motive.
Yes.
And
I would again, too.
You would again, too. You still don't want me to clean the refrigerator.
No.
So what I hear is that you, Mom, made an assumption on what Dad's motives were.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I assumed correctly.
Oh, come on.
So, Dad, did she make the correct assumption that you thought she wasn't a good housekeeper and therefore you had to clean the refrigerator?
That had not even entered my mind.
You had truly wanted to just give her a gift and help her out.
Yes, that's all I wanted to do was give her a gift and help her out. And she totally misunderstood what I was trying to do.
Okay. And so at the time, you didn't have the skills to know to say, if you were in that situation now, Dad, how would you have responded to her versus the way you did at the time?
I would say, well, gee, I'm sorry that you're upset about this. I was just trying to help out.
Yeah. And you said at the beginning of this that you were actually trying to give her a gift.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
So it mentions to me that, hey, don't try to read motives in what other people do. Try to, that's the lesson I learned, is that, hey, what someone does doesn't give me the right to understand or to know what the real motive is. Here I was trying to do something loving, and she took it as an affront.
Yeah, you bet.
So the other lesson that I learned is something I have a choice when I'm in a situation. I can either react with emotion or it can respond with thoughtfulness.
So you recognize that you were at a threshold where you could very easily become a slave to your emotions.
Absolutely, and I had to pull it back. I couldn't. I couldn't allow that to continue on. I had to stop it.
Right. Because, Mom, if he had hit you, what would have happened?
I'd have left.
What do you mean you'd have left?
I'd have gone out the door. He wouldn't have seen me again.
So that would, 2 months into the marriage, it would have been over.
Yep. And you wouldn't be around.
Wow. Thanks for not hitting her, dude. So, you also mentioned that you, in that split second, realized you had to define what your marriage was going to be like. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, it was really that I could either relate to her on an oppressive level, in which I was the king, I was the boss, I was the master of the household, and she was secondary in the household and would have to do what I said.
And the slave.
That's right. That's right. Or I could say, no, that's not why I signed up for this. I didn't sign up to have a slave.
Yeah.
I
What-
signed up to have a loving wife, and I would be a loving husband. That's what I signed up for.
So if you could, in one sentence, give someone some advice about how to handle when they're so angry they can't see straight, what would you say?
I think the first thing I would say was back off.
What do you mean?
What I mean to say is disengage. Don't try to interact. Don't let a shouting match come into it, because if you shout back and forth at each other, all you're going to do is hurt each other. That's all that happens out of a shouting match. And those wounds take a long time to heal. And so it's better to just back off, chill out on the emotions a bit, and then come back into it later when you calm down,
When you say back off, do you mean physically leave the situation?
if necessary.
So something like, honey, I am really, really angry right now. I need to get out of here. I need to clear my head. I'm going to go to the backyard, or I'm going to go to the coffee shop. And I want to talk to you. I love you. I just need to cool down before I do it.
Absolutely. Because that's the only way you build a marriage. You don't build a marriage by beating the crap out of somebody.
Mentally or physically.
Right. Yeah. Or emotionally.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.